It's said in the 21st century, we still have to have these kind of conversations because there is this woman out there in Arizona. Her name is Mary Ann Mendoza. She's considering wants to be a representative in Arizona, but the problem is this woman has been caught in black and brown face. Here's the first problem. When I looked into this story and started doing my research, I learned that these pictures look familiar. I could have sworn that we've seen these pictures of this same woman in these same costumes back when Trump was running for office. Because for those of you who don't know, this is one of Trump's poster children. She's a mother who lost her son in a car accident that involved an undocumented immigrant. So it doesn't shock me that this woman is doing something like this because it seems to be in her character. The same way that ignorance seems to be in her character because not only did she dress up in these costumes or lack of costumes, want to be costumes, unimaginative costumes, because it's not a costume. It wasn't made up nicely. The paint wasn't even nice. The makeup wasn't nice. It wasn't done tastefully either to even give you that much of a credit. It was done the way it was supposed to have been done, the way y'all been doing it for the past 3 centuries. Because Marianne says that blackface in drag is no different. I say Marianne is ignorant. Why do you say that? Well, I Googled blackface. And Google told me that blackface is a style of theatrical makeup in which a white person blackens their face in order to portray a Negro, which is everything that Mary Ann did. She blackens her face to look like what you want to call a Negro or Native American. Blackface also has another one, just in case anybody was like, oh no, that ain't it. That's not what it was. It is what it was. Because it said blackface is makeup for a conventionalized comic travesty of black people, especially in minstrel shows. Well, when I was growing up, we learned about, slavery, what happened back then, or what we thought we knew that they taught us what happened back then, because it seems like after that time, the narrative changed. It seems to change every 10 years or so. I don't know, don't quote me. But when we learned about minstrel shows, and they always said, like, they just wore blackface and they pretended to be black people to mock the black people. Okay. In my mind, my young mind, when I heard minstrel show, I'm thinking about when women have that time of the month. Because who would name a show that? Like, it doesn't make sense. It's stupid. It sounds grotesque. So I Googled minstrel show, and Google said about minstrel show America's form of racist theatrical entertainment developed in the 19th century. Like I said, this has been going on for 3 centuries because if it started in the 19th century, this is the 21st century, you do the math. And in all that time, Marianne, you haven't grown, haven't learned, got some compassion, some empathy, grown a heart, grown a soul. No, you want to keep on this bigoted tradition that no one likes, everyone hates. I don't care if these pictures was from 10 years ago. You know why? Because we've been knowing the meaning of this for 3 centuries. So there is no excuse. There is no I didn't know. There was a mistake or blackface and drag is no difference because there is a difference. Because I also went to Google and I asked Google, what is drag LGBT? Google told me to do drag is to dress up or represent yourself differently than your everyday gender, usually for expression or performance. And Marianne wants to convince us that blackface and drag are the same thing, and blackface and drag are not the same thing. They are far from the same thing. Because in order for blackface and drag to be the same thing in Mary Ann's case, according to the definitions of both of these things, because first off, drag is a people, it's a culture, it's who they are, it's their self expression, their expression of self, who they truly feel they are on the inside. Drag kings and queens take what they feel on the inside about themselves and display it to us on the outside, either in their everyday life or as a form of entertainment. Which means when they take the makeup off, the costume off, the wig off, the mustache off, the whatever off, out, whatever. When they go to bed, that's them. When they wake up, that's them. When they eat and sleep, that's them. 24/7. So unless you're trying to tell me that you're a bigot and a racist 24/7 and that you are just bringing your inside out, it's a lie. Because like I stated, if drag is them representing what's on the inside, bringing it outside, Marianne, what is it that you're trying to tell? There's something that is bothering you in here that you just like to let out so you can free yourself. That's the problem that this world has, that people can't be who they are and feel how they feel. And it just be. Marianne, personally, I don't have a problem with you being a bigot or a racist. Because one, I don't know you. Two, I will never know you. Three, I don't care to know you. You're not someone who's around me 24/7 that's bothering me, that's over me, that's no one cares. You can be who you are. Go over there, I'll go over there. It's when you pretend to be one thing, but then you're something else. You're dangerous. It's like you're being a spy. You lied to me to get something from me, then to turn around and hurt me. That's crazy. You also like to say with our researchers, historians, spiritual advisors, gurus, you have a problem that when they go out and rediscover, shed light on, change perspective, point in the direction to find out who we truly are, where we came from, that doing that is dividing the people, causing division, causing problems, making somebody feel higher than another. This woman is trying to get into politics, trying to be another puppet master over our everyday lives. You can feel how you want to feel about me and my people, but when are you going to realize, like we've been known, that you are no different than us? Because it ain't about race when it comes to them. It's about money. We fight over race. They fight over money. The fact that she wants to get into politics is a problem when she's an undercover racist and bigot. That is somebody that we do not need in office, because we need someone who will be there for the best interests of the collective and not just a specific race, a specific creed, specific religion, or spirituality, or belief. We just need someone in there who will be impartial, do the right thing. Not somebody who come out and say, oh, I love everyone, peace and love, everyone spread love, light, and joy. And then you get in there and now we can't afford to buy food. We're being forced to do things we don't want to do, forced to wear things we don't want to wear. We're losing things every day because instead of putting the person in the seat to represent, to lead us in the right direction, the right way, no, we go and watch these debates and view them like a boxing match, wrestling match, UFC match. Political debates are not sporting events. We are there to hear the views of the candidate, to see if they align with us, to see how they think, how they feel, what they believe, and where they plan to lead us. Not to see, well, I like them because they with the team that I'm on and that's all I care about. It's bigger than that. You don't see that right now? We need to hear what they saying and not listen to what they saying to see, oh, well, yeah, they killed them. Yeah, they got them down. Yeah, they beat them. Yeah. No. Just because you scream doesn't mean you won an argument. You just got angry and wanted to be louder than someone else. Being loud doesn't mean you win an argument. Screaming doesn't mean you win an argument. So having this woman in anybody's office is wrong, because if you don't know the difference between blackface and drag, that's a problem. She doesn't understand that there is a problem with her wearing blackface, whether it was today, yesterday, or 10 years ago. That's a problem. It's the fact that this woman decided to get into politics knowing that she did these things and didn't clean it up. That's a problem. It's the fact that Trump's team at that time brought this woman on and they didn't look into that and clean that up before she came out. That is a problem. The world is changing. The world has changed. We in the middle of a World War III, not World War III, Cold World, the greatest game of baddest man hit my hand I've ever seen in my life. And yet we still have to deal with the bigotry and the racism.